A rich woman found love again, but 10 minutes ago, her young fling dropped dead. To avoid scandal, she called a cleaner to deal with the body. Soon, George, a professional cleaner, arrived at her hotel suite. He was calm until another stranger walked in. It was Peter, also there to clean up, but neither of them expected each other. Peter pointed out a hidden camera in the curtain. Turns out the hotel owner had recorded everything. Worried about the impact on business, he sent Peter to clean the mess. But the woman had already called George. Now both men had to work together, something cleaners never do. They're hired solo to avoid loose ends. George refused the offer even at triple pay. But Peter reminded him, he's on tape too. Now both had no choice. They gave the woman a disguise and sent her away. She wore Peter's jacket, George's pants. A ridiculous outfit, but it worked. Then George laid out plastic to handle the body. Peter sat drinking soda, watching him work. George protested, but Peter shrugged. My job is to make sure you do yours. As George wrapped the body, Peter found a backpack full of drugs, and a tracker hidden in a stuffed toy. Drug dealers would soon be on their trail, but first, they had to hide the body. George taped the corpse tight, hung it on a luggage cart, and disguised it as an overcoat. They took the train to a parking garage. Peter cut the CCTV lines. Once security left, they stashed the coat in the trunk. Problem solved, or so they thought. Suddenly, the trunk popped open. The young man wasn't dead. He gasped for air, he was alive. Peter blamed George for not checking, but George insisted he had. They rushed to a doctor in Chinatown. She confirmed the boy had overdosed on pure drugs, which caused short-term paralysis. Kicked out by the doctor, they drank and joked until the boy ran off. Still strong despite his injuries, he dodged George's speeding car with Olympic-level flips, but he couldn't outrun them forever. They caught him and took him back to the doctor. She refused to treat him again, and tossed them some meds instead. With nowhere to go, they checked into a motel. The receptionist offered them a room by the hour. Peter snapped, he's not a prostitute. In the room, the boy sat nervously. They asked where the drugs came from, he stayed silent. Peter lost patience. Turns out, the boy was just a college kid. He delivered drugs once for cash, then met the woman at a bar. Now he was stuck in a nightmare. His beeper would receive a message from the real dealer. They headed to retrieve it at the bar, but at the entrance, they spotted a Croatian mob boss. Both froze, they had worked for him before. If he recognized them together, they were dead. They split up and snuck in. The boy retrieved the pager, but got caught. Thrown out as a thief. George and Peter tried to leave, but got pulled into the dance floor during a celebration. There, the mob boss recognized them. He ordered his men to eliminate them quietly. To escape, they faked a fight. Security pulled them out, thinking it was a drunken brawl. But the mob's men weren't fooled. They saw both carried the same model gun. The two cleaned up pros split. Peter pointed toward a car, the boy had stayed. Despite injuries, he was loyal to his friend. Later, at a fast food place, the pager finally beeped. Only the boy understood the code. They followed it to a warehouse. The boy went in alone. George and Peter waited outside. But soon, black cars rolled up. It was a double cross. Albanian gangsters arrived. And then the Croatian mob's men followed. The cleaners were caught in the crossfire. George popped the trunk and grabbed weapons. They waited until the gangsters ran out of ammo, then escaped under fire. Inside the warehouse, the boy survived hidden in a car trunk. The gangs wiped each other out. George gave him a final task, deliver the drugs. But seeing the boy wasn't a criminal, he lowered his weapon. Peter agreed. Their car was gone, so all three took the subway home. The kid fell asleep, unaware he just survived death. George and Peter, once lone wolves, had now fought side by side, not just cleaners, but brothers in crime.